Hello, welcome back. So it's the 3rd of June, which means we look at May's dividend income. This is probably the 5th attempt on this video. Either basically waffle on, try to explain it to that. Don't need it, it's too much, 5 minutes already, not going through it. So we've got 52 pence from the F&C Investment Trust, which is basically a fancy name for investment company. That's what trusts are. Trust tends to come under in the UK. US trust can be a different thing. They work differently, but in the UK, they're investment companies, which is part of the. But they come under the list of the Association of Investment Companies. There's their own website. You can compare different ones. You can put your portfolio in. Gives you the shows you how much you would have had last year, this year, what's due. You got it's a good little site, but some of these. This one again. This is classed as a investment company type thing. But these are both classes as closed-ended investments on the London Stock Exchange website. So the 75p then from this monthly one, which is for 100 shares. I've actually now got 200 shares. So I bought 50 shares earlier on, and I already had added another 50 shares. So this could be £1.50 next time. £19.88 from PHP, so Primary Health Properties. That's for their property income distribution, which is taxed separately at a different rate if you've got a standard investment account. This is an ISA, which for now means it's tax-free. That's apparently changing. What a surprise, 22%. That's what they're looking at. Typical. £7.50 then for the normal dividend they pay. £4.62 then for the Palantir options. What PLTR is the Palantir ticker, US, but it's Palantir stock options. £4.62 for 6 shares. This the silver yield. I think I'm gonna have to start adding to it, or just sell the thing and have a look at another day. But that's 47 pence for one. Nasdaq income shares. So this is all options based. Not covered call, that's the separate ones we look at them. So for the Nasdaq, 20 shares, it's getting £2.74. Then we've got Tesla options, 1.83 for 12. Then we've got £2.88 for 20 of the S&P 500 options. Then we've got the gold, which again has only got one. Click. Two. Sorry, I stand corrected. 2 gold. And then we've got the yield max. This is the MicroStrategy option income. MicroStrategy is dividend, cryptocurrency based company, basically. Not quite Coinbase, but they're heavy into crypto. And when crypto gets a whack, they get a whack. And they've been on this particular exchange traded product, whatever this one is, has certainly been not doing as well as another yield max. So then we've got, so that's 2.23, 39 pence then from SP 500 call. Then we've got the cover call now, 49p for the Nasdaq 100. I've got 4 shares, and this one's 4 shares as well, for 40 pence of the Euro stocks, 50 largest stocks in Europe. Then we got £4.10 from Eurocell. I can't remember why I put it in the portfolio. It's due to leave when it hits a certain price. So I want to sell it with a profit. I might even decide to add to it when it's down. Who knows? Invesco in Bond Income Plus. So that was £3.600 shares. Yield Max. This is the other Yield Max I have in the portfolio. This is a big text option income. And it's £1.35. All right, it's not paying as much as the other one, but this has performed much better. Still down a little bit on the value side, but a lot better than the other one. So it goes to show a maximum yield doesn't always affect prices as well as you might think. It's usually the price action of the underlying product. But given the big, 7 tech companies in the US are doing okay at the minute, it hasn't really been negatively affected, so I haven't really had much of a chance to add to it. That's only for 2 of the shares there. So now we've got Foresight Solar Fund, £2.3. I should add to them, but I haven't yet. Then we've got the Rex Crypto Income and Growth. Keep their crypto, £1.50. In fact, that was actually used at the other day, so I'll check if it still is. Greencoat UK Wind is £2.68 for 100 shares. Then we've got a Bankers Investment Trust, 50 shares still, that 35p. The Global X Super Dividend, which is a whole dividend thing. Which I think this is supposed to be covered calls, but it doesn't actually say covered calls, so whatever. Then there's 25p for those for the Unite Group then for £4.98. Unite was in there because it took over another one. Empiric Student Property. They're both student property management. Both student property, they're both real estate companies, but they manage student accommodations. So that's £4.90 from them. I might sell them. Don't know yet. And then we got the PIMCO Advantage, US short-term high yield. They changed that name last month for £10.24, which gave me a total of £75.45 for the month and £449.10 for the year, which does include one return of capital. So that was May. I don't know what sort of month you've had for May. Hopefully it was a good one. Hopefully this next month will be okay. In fact, for June, I've got quite a few coming my way. It's the problem with having too many things in the portfolio. In fact, if we... What are you doing up there? Move. Oh, honestly, this thing was actually working fine with it. Because out of the way, it wasn't causing me any trouble. Exit drawing. Stay out of the way, yeah? I'll just come back down. So if we actually look at the portfolio, tell me here, there you are, 62 investments. It's got to change. I just got to decide what to get rid of certain ones. I mean, I've got some uranium and bits. I can sell them, you know. But I don't mind experimenting and see what does well and so forth. Aberdeen's done really well. I keep being tempted to sell it because I'm expecting this to come straight back down. But I admit it's done alright. We look at the 3 months. A little bit more than 3 months actually. I see. So I bought it here. It was 181, and it just went up. Had I bought the 800 shares I originally sold, I'd have 8 times that amount of money. I definitely was out. So this isn't due to pay now until, well, it would have paid May, interestingly. So I think it appears to be, I think I have bought it. What was this? Okay, that's weird. Because one of them, we bought this year. Let's go over the stock. March. So either I just missed the dividend payment, or the usual is again paid in May and September of this month. As they change the dates. Okay, that's that one. Right, it's a long one. I'll see you next month. Good luck.